Welcome back, traders. How are we doing, Nio family? We got a video on ticker symbol NIO, and today you did something not so great, but let's cover it anyway. Let's continue with our macro conviction as we zoom out at this stock and we look at what is happening to this thing. In fact, you just got your cross down of the 9-day through the 200, showing that the short-term trend overall was bearish. You bounce off of 503 approximately, and you have filled your gap sitting at 514. Now that happened yesterday, and what I'm watching for on Nio Stock, now that you've dropped the 50, you've dropped the 200, you've dropped the 9, I want to avoid a daily death cross, which would be the 50 crossing below the 200. So what I'm hoping for is a banded ripoff liquidity grab, right? What you'd like to see is this thing make a little bit lower of a low and then a hard bounce, guys. If this thing is going to higher highs, you want to see that liquidity grab, or that what is that called? Stop loss grab, right? Because so many people have their stop losses, I assume, at the previous high. And this neckline of 514, and they just absolutely demolished anyone who did. But what I'm watching now is I'm zooming out and I'm looking at your support, right? You have a couple different scenarios for support. And in my opinion, that kind of, unless you see this V line, kind of invalidates your cup and handle theory. But we did have one more bullish scenario for this stock in which you make this macro, right? Zoom out, this macro shoulder, head, shoulder pattern in which you see that one more higher low because of how extended you were here. This higher low is significantly more painful for the Nio stockholders. In fact, you could find a bounce as early as 470. I mean, you look at what happened. You had a trend line established from these two bullishly divergent lows here. One being back in April, one being back in June. You then lost the support, traded underneath it, and blasted above it. That is an established trend line that could be hit if you come down here to that 580 to potentially 590 zone. If you knife below that, it would, first off, not be good, but you would come down and fill the gap down here at approximately, 451? 451 is your next gap, guys, and this is why I said it is a much better scenario to come back and fill these as we go, opposed to this long, stretched out, depressing capitulation of the long-term bull shareholders. Because what will happen is your long-term bulls will sell, and buy, and sell, right? So what we're watching for on this stock is a bounce of either this uptrend or this uptrend. Now you do have your all-time low, or not all-time low, but your local low downtrend, or your uptrend, from the $3 low, from the June low, and then from the July low that sent you absolutely ballistic. So coming down here would not be the worst scenario, guys. In fact, it would be bullish. When you look at this stock, you see this 3 rising valleys pattern. And let me outline it for you guys. And I feel a very good justice of this, that you made higher high. I guess you could call this the 3 rising valleys. But you did not come back and test this trend line. Now, what I'm watching for is something that happened on one of our favorite stocks. It was SoFi. SoFi Technologies made a very similar setup to this, guys. In which you saw 1, 2, 3 rising valleys. 1, 2, 3 macro U-shaped moves on the channel here. One, let's see, is this one higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, bam, right? And this channel inevitably took you so much higher from the bottom there. So let's go back to Nio now. As you can see, you've denied the weekly 50-day EMA, but the volume is so dry, guys, and we're in the middle of the week that it is hard to describe what we're seeing, right? You go to the daily time frame, the volume is literally nothing. So that gets me a little bit more convicted to the bullish side that you will find a bounce somewhere in this region. I really believed it would happen back here. You did see a slight volume ramp up and then a dump in volume. So we're waiting to see when the bulls step in. It's as simple as that. You go to the monthly time frame here, you're still looking absolutely gorgeous, guys. Although I do not like to see you lost the previous candle's low. Your volume profile, guys, on the monthly time frame is still so beautiful. And that's why I'm finding it hard to bite on this sell-off. You have 1, 2, 3 volume bars significantly higher from your low with 1, 2, 3 monthly high volume candle bars with 2 exaggerated oversold sell-off with no volume, guys. In my opinion, this is just a facade. But what I think is likely to happen and what I expect to happen here on the RSI, you guys know how much I freaking adore and love the RSI. You have 1, 2, 3 taps along this RSI uptrend, and you created the first one back here in April. Right, you made this touch of bullish divergence on the RSI where you made the lower low, but a higher low on the RSI. And this is what I preach to you guys, because you can see this move down, although this low was only 17% more down. Had you accumulated in this range, you had the opportunity, right, for 159%. So if we make this third touch on the RSI trend line and we do not knife it, I'm anticipating personally on the weekly time frame for this thing to go and make a higher high. What does that look like? Nobody knows yet, but there's that scenario playing out where this is a shoulder, head, shoulder, right? And inevitably what will happen, in my opinion, is significantly bullish. And so that's why I ease and I'm calm in the storm that I can see a potential inverse head and shoulders forming here. If it's not the case, then we're going to have to reestablish our thesis. But currently, this is what is playing out, in my opinion, that you will see this U-shaped accumulation pattern and Nio Stock going as high as $16, guys. So that's why whatever dip is happening down here, I am honestly excited to see potential buy signals and to bring that to you guys, not just as clarity, but it's for myself. I want to make money too, guys. Come on, share some of the wealth. But in all seriousness, guys, not financial advice. I freaking love and adore every single one of you guys in the Nio crew. Make sure to slap the subscribe button. Thank you for 1,000 subs. God bless. And remember, guys, the best is yet to come. Peace, guys.